Hi, my name is Rochelle. This is my presentation on students with ADHD. First slide shows ADHD students climb to success. First question, how many students in the U.S. have ADHD? National Survey of Children's Health version from 2003 to 2011 shows that 4.4 million were diagnosed with ADHD in 2007. It shows that 5.4 million in also an increase by the end of 2007. 2011 showed 6.4 million, and the National Survey for Children's Health version 2016 showed there was 6.1 million children with ADHD in 2016. Question 2. How has the number of students with ADHD increased in recent years and reasons for the increase? In the U.S., it has increased by 7%, and that has increased 30% since 1990. Some of the reasons would be genetics. Genetics strongly contribute to ADHD. Research has documented that ADHD is about 2 to 8 times more likely in parents and siblings of children and have youth who have been identified with ADHD. Another one would be the brain structure. Brain structure, researchers have identified that not only the structural and functional differences in the brain with people with ADHD within the terms of shape, thickness, and the volume of the brain. Some of the environmental factors could be some prenatal factors like smoking while they're pregnant, lead, or alcohol use. Some of the postnatal causes of ADHD could be poor diet, low family income, child abuse, or neglect. Question 3. Behaviors and characteristics of ADHD. There are 2 types that I saw in there. There's actually 3 types. Your inattention, your hyperactivity, your impulsivity. Your inattention has to do with, according to the DSM-5, there are 3 subtypes, like I just mentioned, ADHD, of ADHD. Inattentive, some characteristics of inattentive, they might have a hard time paying attention to detail, following instructions, finishing tasks, let's see, remembering daily activities. This type is usually not disruptive in class. They're usually a slow tempo, and they kind of lack motivation. Some of your characteristics of your hyperactivity, impulsivity, ADHD individuals would be having a hard time keeping their hands and feet to themselves, staying seated, excessive talking, interrupting others. They are often fidgety. They're always in constant motion. The third one might be is the combined, where you have a little bit of both. Maybe students display some characteristics of inattention and display some characteristics of hyperactivity and impulsivity. And they could have academic challenges like social issues and both internalizing and externalizing behaviors distributed within this subcategory. Question 4. Can all students with ADHD have the same characteristics or degree of behaviors? I say no. As mentioned in the previous slide on the characteristics, the 3 subtypes of students can display many, like I said, they can display many characteristics. And by doing an evaluation, this can help determine what subtype of ADHD that they will have, and the evaluation team will decide what sources are needed at that time to help the student. So again, I think the answer to that would be no. They don't all have the same characteristics or degrees of behaviors. They all can fall within any of those 3 subcategories and would qualify for services depending upon the evaluation of the team. So, question 5. According to the IDEA in 2004, under what category are students with ADHD identified? I believe I saw that the ADHD is identified under the other health impairments. This includes students with other health impairments have limited strength, with vitality or alertness, including a heightened alertness to environmental stimuli, resulting in limited alertness to the educational environment, and that due to chronic or acute problems like asthma, ADD, or ADHD, they can adversely affect a child's educational performance. Question 6. Effective class-wide interventions for all students, especially for ADHD students. I have down applying errorless learning, self-modeling, and ways to get organized. I think all 3 of these interventions could help improve the learning for all students, and especially those with ADHD. Errorless learning helps minimizing mistakes when learning a new task by giving prompts. There are many types of prompts. They range from the most intrusive to the least intrusive prompts when teaching a task. When teaching a new task, you might be using more prompts in the beginning, but as learning takes place, it is important to fade the prompts to promote independence. Other ways to help students is to provide tools to help students obtain organization in order to achieve. And in order to achieve this, teachers have to understand the student's learning style. So by providing successful techniques to create an environment that helps all students succeed, to help them succeed would be in accomplishing these things will help them accomplish less anxieties and more stable relationships. Whether that is allow certain modifications to students, like extended time for assignments, maybe more breaks, or let them be able to move around. This, and then as educators, that is what we need to do to help students become more successful, is in applying those interventions, helping them get organized by providing ways that are best suited for them. will help achieve their goal and help them become more successful as they grow older.